Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all out there having a particularly spooky month of October. You better believe I am. There was no reason to evil laugh there, but I feel like it set the mood. Alright, who wants to go on a good old-fashioned Halloween adventure with vampire teching? It's okay if you don't want to. You can just go check out some One Piece playlists, or maybe go to a cooking video on YouTube. Learn how to make a souffle. Yeah, that sounds delicious. You could do that, yeah. Or, if you have the stomach for it, that is, you could stick around. Alright. So I did a video like this a few years back. If you don't remember that, let me give you a basic rundown. Has anybody out there ever read the Choose Your Own Adventure series of books? I think they still publish them, but back in the 90s they were like really popular, right? Same basic premise of that, except it's going to be in video format. I'm going to give you some choices, and then I'm going to give you some links to various paths that you could take. Some of these paths will lead to your untimely demise, others will lead to your timely demise, and others will lead to success. I'm also told Markiplier did this years ago, but I haven't really watched that many of his videos. He did get married recently, so there is that. Alright, so with that being said, let's get started, because I gotta make a lot of videos. Alright, so let me just take my creepy tome of forgotten lore. Yes, just open this and all of the evil spirits bound inside will be released. Okay. Here is the setup, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. And then at the end of each of these videos, you'll be presented with various cards for the end screen that you could choose your path. Much like last time, you find yourself driving your vehicle down a forgotten, lost country road. Perhaps you were heading to a family member or a friend, taking the highway, there was a traffic accident, you felt like you could maybe save some time by leaving and heading the wrong turn way. Not a great choice for you, not the best move of your life. The GPS isn't working, you have no cell reception, the standard horror movie stuff. But you keep on driving, because you know eventually at some point you gotta run into something, right? Well, you do run into something. You run straight out of gas. Wow, you are very forgetful today. Hey, it's okay. It's all right. We've all been there. You've been driving for what seems like forever on a lost country road. The sun is currently setting and your car just kind of sputters to a halt. And unlike last time, there really is no starting this car. You get out to double check, and in the process of looking under the hood to see if there's anything you can do, you drop your phone and it shatters. So you don't even have that anymore. It's gone. You're now thrown into the wilderness with nothing but me as your DM. So prepare for that. All right. You have some choices to make. You could keep walking down the road, the direction that you were driving. Keep in mind, you have not seen another vehicle for quite some time. No towns, no signs, no nothing. You seem to be like out in the middle of nowhere. But you could just keep walking and maybe you'll hit something. You could also choose, of course, to go back the way you came. The highway is very far back there. We'll just say like 30 miles. But you do remember, about a mile or two back, you did see a building. You saw what seemed to be an old abandoned gas station. You didn't really get a great look at it. You just kind of drove by it and just kind of glanced over. You remember that there were no cars parked there and the whole place seemed kind of run down. None of the lights were on, but it is a building. The only building that is within walking distance from you. So that's the second option. Let's just say going north on the road the way you were going south back the way you came. But there are some other options. You look to your left side of the road, and you see a massive cornfield. You kind of try to like look around it or jump over it to kind of see. You don't see a farmhouse, you don't see a silo, but a cornfield means probably a farm is somewhere. Farm typically means people. Looks like good corn too, so, it's being, properly planted and whatnot. So you could just head into the corn. That's the third option for you. The fourth option, personally, is the one that's the stupidest. Anybody that picks that one seriously, you have no survival sense whatsoever. And I'm not saying that because that's the correct path to take. I'm saying that quite literally. If you take this path, you will probably, something awful, more awful than the other paths will happen to you, okay? Just throwing that out there right now. On the right side of the road, there is a guardrail, then an embankment. So first off, just by looking at this embankment, you're like, whoa, that's pretty steep. And at the bottom of this steep as fuck embankment, you see a creepy horror movie swamp. I'm talking super murky, super dank. You know, dark swamp down there. You can't even really see into it. It just smells like swamp, all right? And it doesn't look inviting. It doesn't look inviting. You shouldn't go down that hill. Absolutely not. Under no circumstances should you pick the swamp option. And the fifth option, of course, just hang out in your car. You know, it's not super cold or super hot or anything, so you probably won't succumb to the elements. And of course, your car provides you some form of protection. We're just going to say, for the sake of argument, you have no weapons on you. Well, no weapons of, like, a gun or a knife or anything like that. And if you usually carry those things in a vehicle, you forgot to do it this time. You are just so forgetful. This trip you made was very poorly planned. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll get through this. All right. So, to reiterate, you got 5 options. Go north the way you were going, go south back the way you came, go left into the cornfield, go right down the embankment into the dark swamp, or stay in your car. You can check out the end cards for the options. The options will also be available down in the description of this video. Well, I've done my job. Good luck to you. I love Halloween.